Hey y'all, how you doing? It's Miss Mother Trucker and welcome to the Wednesday Night Live. And if you're not seeing this at the time we're live, enjoy it. And hopefully you'll catch my next Wednesday Night Live. I'm hoping the reception on this is good. I'm not sure if it's going to be or not. Because I'm coming at you guys from Salt Lake City, Utah at the Prime Terminal. I had to get my Qualcomm replaced, which means, child, I was on paper logs. Hell to the no. Was not lovely at all. So, my hat's off to all you drivers that did this before. Oh no, that makes it worse, doesn't it? Hey Vic, how you doing, sweetheart? No, I don't like that. That's good. Hey Frank, how you doing, my dear? Hopefully everyone's good out there. Yeah, hey Bobby, the reason I'm here in Salt Lake City at the terminal is my Qualcomm went out. And when that happens, you have to go to paper logs. It was not lovely, not at all. Hey Bo, how you doing, darling? Um, Guess who's coming to Prime? Frank, are you coming to Prime? How awesome. So you'll be coming right as I'm leaving. But you'll still see me at Prime and around Prime because I'm going to be pulling for a carrier that pulls Prime Freight. I think I have 3 more weeks left at Prime. Let me see. Isn't Prime getting new ELD systems? Yes, they are, and I have it. Well, good for you. Well, I'm happy for you, Frank. If you're coming here to get your CDL, I couldn't recommend a better place to get your CDL. Greetings from Mars. Oh, well, hello. You smoking a little something, something, baby? From Mars? Okay. Unless you're coming at me from the Mars Bar Factory. And I've been there. And I've been to the other Mars too, kind of. But not in many, many years. Try and going lease. You're going to try to go lease? Well, good for you. We got a lot of nice trucks here at Prime. Let me see. I am going to let my brother know. Let me let Nettie know. I am live on YouTube. Miss Mother Trucker. Come check it out and join us. Just telling people that I'm live on YouTube. I guess I should have done that before I came on, right? Because isn't this just too rude of me? I know, right? So anyway, yeah, I just got up one morning, went to start my truck, and the ELD never came on. And I have the one that we're testing, but it's not a legal ELD, so we have to do paper logs. I actually had to ask my parents how to do it because I never done paper logs. I started driving a truck when they had ELDs. So, what do you do? Were any of y'all on paper logs? Just a second. I'm trying to let my brother know. So anyway, guys, if you're at Prime and you're looking for a change, I can recommend where I'm at right now, BLC Trucking. If you are just wanting to get your CDL, I highly, highly recommend Prime. I mean, I wouldn't be where I'm at today if it weren't for that old pro at Prepper Log. Okay, Frank, I used to watch my father-in-law fill them out. Yeah, let me tell you, it was not lovely. But luckily I had sources. I mean, I could have called Prime and said, hey, help. And they would have gladly helped me. But I just called my parents. It was easier. I come from a family of truckers. Are you going to be? Yes, I am going to BLC. I've already put in my 30 days notice at Prime, and I have been accepted at BLC. And I'm going to get the Pearl paid off, and then I'm going to start hauling in one of their trucks Alaska loads. And I'll do that for a year or two, and then I'm going to take the Pearl and start hauling RVs. But BLC's, so let me see, tell us about them. Well, BLC is a smaller company. I mean, they're big enough. And if you're hauling Prime Freight, you get all the Prime discounts. You get, I think it's 80 or 90% of your load instead of 72 that Prime gives us. It's not forced dispatch. They really work with you. They're an awesome company. And then if you're wanting to do other things, like you want to be more adventurous and don't want to haul Prime Freight, but maybe you want to haul freight to Alaska, or even better, if you're real adventurous, you can do the haul road like in all ice road truckers. You can do that. I'm not quite that adventurous, but I wouldn't mind hauling up the Alcan and stuff like that, and hauling all the way into Fairbanks and Anchorage. That would be cool. So, but I used to live in Alaska. I lived in North Pole for 8 years. So, I miss Alaska. I mean, if you're a hunter, if you like hunting, fishing, outdoor things, or you're into photography, anything like that, homesteading, Alaska's the place for you. It's the only place in the United States that you can truly own your land. There is no taxes. If you're outside of the incorporated areas, you don't have to pay property tax. So it is true land ownership. So it's really cool. Let me see. Frank, they give some of the best rates in the industry. I always thought ice road truckers ain't got nothing on driving through Chicago during a blizzard. Well, you're probably right, because your trucks aren't tricked out like they are when you're driving Alaska loads, because you have special tires, and then they cut your tires where the rubber separates, they grab the ice. I mean, it's pretty cool. Your trucks are tricked out with a lot more horsepower. They're a lot bigger than the ones we drive, the highway trucks we drive. They have every creature comfort. I mean, it's pretty badass how they've tricked out these trucks to do the Alaska run. So I'm really looking forward to driving for them. And if you're going to do Prime Freight, haul Prime Freight, they got Kenworths, they got Volvos, they got Peterbilts, they got Cascadia. So it's kind of like pick your poison. Let me see. That's true. Anytime though, the Windy City. Yeah, I've been through Chicago. It's not all that. I've been through it during a nor'easter and in a blizzard. So yeah, it doesn't worry me much. But I'm not into it. I stopped doing the Northeast. I think the Northeast sucks ass. Y'all can keep it if y'all like it. Look at my candles, aren't they pretty? It smells so good in here, y'all. Halloween's coming. Let me see. Can you bring your own equipment? Yes, I'm bringing the Pearl over to them, but to do Alaska runs, you're going to have to be, you can have your own, but you have to be tricked out. You know what I'm saying? to be able to run those runs. Or now you can lease from them, and that's what they prefer. But I'm bringing the Pearl over, and I'm going to do Prime Freight, and then they're bidding another contract, and I'll be on the other contract, which will be non-Prime Freight. But for now, I'll be doing Prime Freight. And then when the Pearl's paid off, I'm going to put her up for Saver for RV Transport. And then I am going to use one of their trucks. And of course, I'll doll it up, you know, to run the Alaska runs for a year or two, because it pays stupid. I mean, the money is, y'all. If you like money and you like adventure, you know, Alaska is it. Let me see. You look tall, mother trucker. How tall are you? I'm 5'11". I used to be 6 foot, but I shrunk. How did you and your truck be at BLC? How are we ending up at BLC? I'm an owner-op. I just called BLC. I talked to them a while back. Oh, TD Kong, how you doing, baby? Thank you. Appreciate the comment. I'm such an idiot. That's what I want. All about it is all about the money, but it's not just the money for me. It's also the adventure. I'm still at that point in my life that I like a lot of adventures. I like excitement. I was a hunter. I did fish. I did all that stuff. I'm into photography more now, and I'm into homesteading and stuff like that. So I have my place in Arizona. I have 2 places in Arizona. I have a place in Florida, and I am going to develop some property in Alaska. So, yeah, and then I'll have, when I get my homestead in Alaska going, I'm going to have to decide at that point, do I want to go for which place I want to keep in the lower 48, Florida or Arizona. Going through CDL school, 2 weeks. Nice! Are you going through a private school, or are you going to go through one of these mega carriers programs? And that's what I recommend. I would never pay someone to go to school. The adventure and the beauty of the land. Absolutely. Alaska, I remember we were military up there, and I can remember we were having a barbecue. It was our first, after our first winter when we went in, we were in summer. And I just remember we were, it was like, I think it was a Saturday, and we were, let's put some more food on the barbecue. Everyone had eaten. We still had like 30 people there. Everyone was drinking beer and wine coolers and stuff. No one was belligerent. I don't put up with that shit, and I don't drink. But I can remember getting so ready, and I said, what time is it? And I looked at my watch, and I said, 2 o'clock. It feels later than that. You know, it feels like it's at least 8 o'clock. It was 2 in the morning. It was daylight out, y'all. Because we only get in the middle of summer, we get like an hour of dusk, and then it's daylight again, full on daylight. But in the winter, we get down to having, at the winter solstice, which is the darkest day of winter, you get where you only have, like in the Fairbanks North Pole area, like an hour of daylight and then an hour of dusk on either side. So, but the Northern Lights, y'all, oh my God, it is so beautiful. I am 59 years old next week. I was a locomotive engineer for 33 years. And okay, the student before the one I kicked off my truck worked for the railroads. And he was 58. And I trained him, and he's working at Prime now. So no, you're not too old, sweetie. Come on in. bought a local community college. Yeah, you can do that, but I wouldn't. I would just go apply at a carrier, either Prime or Swift, and I recommend Prime, and get on and get your school done that way. Never seen the lights. I remember the first time I saw the Northern Lights, when we were moving to Alaska, I remember back up a few days on our move. We had left Fort Campbell, and it was September 10th. And we ended up at my mom's house. We had some litters of min pins. I used to show dogs. We used to have the #1 min pins in the entire nation. But me and my husband and the kids, we were right there at my mom's house when September 11th hit. That's when I moved to Alaska. We were on our way to Alaska on September 11th. They closed down the border. And I remember seeing that happen because my mom, she was waking me up. The first plane had hit that tower #1. And my mom's like, get up, we're at war. And I'm like, Mom, I'll see those damn min pin puppies when I get up. I'm tired, we drove all night, leave me alone. My husband, because, he's trying to impress my mother, gets up, goes on in there. I'll hit you in a year or more info. Okay. So we turn around and I get up, and my husband's sitting, ex-husband now, but he's sitting in front of the TV, and I see this plane, a clip of it hitting the first tower. And I thought, what are they watching, a damn Die Hard movie? And then the second plane comes in, and you see it, and it crashes into the second tower. And then I realized that this is not a Die Hard movie. This is actually happening. So, and I know this is a long way around to get to when I first saw the Northern Lights. So the border was closed for a couple more weeks. The Canadian border, because we were saying, oh, they could have come in through Canada. And Canada's like, fuck you, you motherfucking arrogant bastards. And so we end up going in probably around September 20th. And I remember going through Canada. It was they were dogging Americans, just trashing us because of the shit we had just said on the news. We weren't telling anyone we were American. So I get into my first night in Alaska. We get over the Canadian border, we stay in tow. And that night I saw the Northern Lights for the first time. And it was just like a green-yellow one. Not really impressive. But it was beautiful. It was exciting to me because I'd never seen it before. And then after that, as time went on, I saw the most amazing light shows that God ever created. It was really cool. Okay, let me see. Prime says they won't hire new CDL holders. Yeah, they want you going through their school. So they have hired new CDL holders, but they prefer you go through their school. So a lot of mega carriers, that's another thing. A lot of people are going through these schools and they can't get jobs because a lot of the training places that take new drivers won't hire them because they want them going through their schools. But there's always someone that will, but not your top places. And then you got to put in your first year. That opens you up to more. Well, first 6 months opens you up to more carriers. After a year, even more carriers. After 2 years, even more carriers. And 3, 4, and 5. Once you have 5 years experience, you can write your own ticket. So it just depends on what you want. They don't let me. No idea why. I don't know, sweetie. you're going to have to, you got a clean record. Try Prime, try Swift, and if they don't, Night will. But I would definitely try Prime first and then Swift second. Because there should be no reason why they don't. Also, your job history with Prime matters. If you've been working and so forth. And you got to be able to show if you haven't been working what you've been doing. That's right, you might be able to get on with Schneider, yeah. Yeah, there's some real shit companies out there that you might be able to get on with. Stevens, I'm not saying they're, well, I'm not saying anything. You know, so you just got to really check it out. Hey, I only got one thumbs up here, y'all, and I wore all this just for you. I put makeup on, made myself cute, did my hair, and I only get one thumbs up. Hun. There's 18 of y'all in here. Would y'all please all give me a thumbs up real quick? I'd be so grateful. And like I said, I'm sitting here in Salt Lake City. I hope y'all, if any of you are watching this and you're here in Salt Lake, I heard BLC is a step down from Prime, not hardly. BLC hauls, like I said, they haul Prime freight. They get all the benefits of Prime. They pay more than Prime. You get a larger cut of the pie. Their weekly averages for a solo driver is higher than Prime on pay. They also have other income revenues, like if you want to haul other freight than Prime freight. So there is a lot more going on with them. I really did my research on who to go with. Okay, sweetie, well that's good. You know, I did too, and the thing is there's a lot of people saying, come to my company if you're going to get your CDL, come here, come there, and use my driver's code, because they want you to use their driver's code and come on in. Now me, I'm you know, because you use their driver's code, they're going to get money off you, all this stuff. I'm leaving Prime, so you using my driver's code does me no good. But I've rarely ever given out my driver's code like most of these Prime YouTubers or Swift YouTubers. They all want you to use their driver's code. My channel, I started for my friends and family to follow me on this deal. So it was never about the money at the time. Yes, I have monetized my channel now. But, you know, that's why I never gave out my driver's code much, because I always figured, how the hell do you trust someone? They want you to come to the company they're working for because they're going to make money off you coming there. And so when that happens, that kind of tells me, is that really what I want to do? Is that, you know what I'm saying? Because they have a vested interest in where you go. My thing is, on this channel, I tell everyone, tell me about the company you're working for. How much are you making there? How's the home time there? What's the leases like there? What's the purchase program there? Because I want to help y'all out in finding new opportunities. So I have never been a recruiting channel. I mean, there's a lot of recruiting channels out there that are all about and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, like Trucking Along with Kirsty, recruiting channel. No Hippie, recruiting channel. God, let me see, who else is a recruiting channel? There's a lot of recruiting channels. You look at Slime Pack, she's not a recruiting channel. She is all about bringing you interesting, entertaining content and letting you know what her life is like as a truck driver, as do I. My channel is all about sharing with you guys and letting you experience what it's like to be a truck driver, or letting you know where there's good places to go, far as uh, ghost man, Uber driver. I used to drive Uber for fun. Um, do you have, let me see, do you have to be able to speak and read English? Yes, you do. You do have to be able to read and speak English. I'm sorry there if you don't read or speak English. I have never recruited one driver in the 36 years I've talked to. Yeah, and but now understand, there's nothing wrong with recruiting drivers to your channel. I mean, to your company. Like, I'm recruiting basically for BLC because I believe in them. I push RV Transport because I believe that that is one hell of a way to make money. And I think RV Transport is nice. And thank you for the super chat, by the way, Frank. I really do appreciate that, because every time I get a super chat, whether it's for $1.99 or 20, whatever, it helps my channel, and that goes to helping my channel. So thank you so much. But far as recruiting, that's just never been my gig. BLC, I think, is a great company to work for, and I've always talked about Prime being a great company to work for, and I've never had anyone use me as a referral. You know, I've just never been that type of channel, because I always thought it sounded cheesy when someone's sitting there, and I've heard people talk about, oh, it's so great in trucking right now, everything's so great, blah, 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 blah. You know, come on in, quit your damn job that you're making good money at. Come on into trucking. And they're a damn recruiting channel. And I just think there's a conflict of interest there. You know, I push people to go places I think they're going to make money, think they're going to do better. And I have said it's not a good time to come into trucking right now, because I just don't think it is. But it's better than it was last year. So you're just going to have to decide for yourself if, you know, you want to try it right now. You know, if you're going to give up your home, your apartment, why not? If you're, I love Slime Pack too. I think she's really cool. If you're going to live on your truck, you're single, or your significant other is going to travel with you, even now, if you have no bills, you can get ahead and save. So it just really depends on what your situation is. But if you're sitting there with a mortgage, car payments, you're trying to support your family, I don't think, I like Freight Skater also. That is a recruiting channel, though. I met him and his lovely wife at Prime. I think they are awesome. I think he's entertaining to watch. So yeah, I really enjoy Freight Skater, and I'm a subscriber to Slime Pack, Freight Skater. I was a subscriber to No Hippie. I'm a subscriber to Eric at Driver's Lineup. Tim Travels. That's a really entertaining channel, especially if you love history, because he has a lot of history-based content. You know, so I really enjoy Tim Travels. And then the Nomadic Couple, they're an RV couple. It's a really good channel. Joining Stevens on the 30th for CDL training. Awesome. Well, good luck. I'm really really have the best wishes for you, my friend. I know Stevens is a training company. I haven't heard anything good or anything bad. Well, I've heard a couple bad things, but not much. And I've heard bad things about Prime and all. You're going to have a hell of a video about my TNT training. Watermelon. Oh, God, y'all. Did you hear about that guy in, I think it's South Carolina or North Carolina that got well, I'm not sure. If y'all have heard about that guy that died of hanging, that truck driver, he was 21 years old, good looking kid. I am not sure if he killed himself or if he was lynched. They said the rope he was hung with, they had him buying it at a Walmart. They got proof he bought it himself. But that does not mean that he's the one that hung himself. He could have bought that for tying up stuff and things. Someone attacked him. It was a crime of opportunity. They grabbed it and they hung him. How horrible. Yes, supposedly bought the rope from Walmart. Yeah, he did buy the rope. There was no supposedly. He bought the rope he was hung with. But did he hang himself? Or did a bunch of racist trash hang him? And the problem is, there's racist trash both sides of the aisle. Right now, if you look at TikTok, anywhere, black people are saying, oh, let's start a civil war. You white people, you stink, you're nasty, blah, 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 all this shit. And all I can think is, y'all are bringing racism back. You are sorely outnumbered. You don't want to do this. You don't. You know, because I have black people in my family. You know, I don't want to see them hurt because of this little group of shitheads on TikTok spreading hatred and bigotry. It makes me disgusted. I hated it when it was the Klan, and I still hate the Klan. I hated Black Lives Matter. All these hate groups, they gotta stop. You know, we gotta learn to support each other, love each other, treat each other with kindness and respect. Anyway, that's just my rant, but, you know, that was a fellow trucker. He was 21 years old. I'm having a lot of trouble picturing that kid committing suicide. You can buy rope at a truck stop, good for tying door. Yeah, I mean, I have rope. You use it for all kinds of things. That's what I'm saying. You know, the dispute isn't whether he bought the rope. It's whether he hung himself or not. And they automatically put it off as a suicide. That is one of the... Look at him, 21 years old. I cannot picture that kid committing suicide. I'm sorry, I just can't. I know kids do commit suicide. But this kid just became a trucker, just got his truck. Things were going well for him. I don't know. You know, I find it so heartbreaking and sad to lose such a beautiful young person. Whether it was murder or suicide. And I think back about our different Prime drivers. We had a Prime driver, and he was a black guy. And it was sad because I think if he would have been white, he would still be alive. Because he went out behind his truck and trailer to go pee at a shippers or receivers one. And, you know, it's a little wooded area, but he just barely stepped in, and he fell. He was like 20 yards from his truck, or 10 yards, less than 10, I think it was less than 10 yards, just barely away from his truck. And they come up with stories like, Oh, he just left everything, left his wallet with his money in his truck, left his cell phones in his truck, all this stuff in his truck, and he climbed into a car and left with them. So, good enough for Brian. Okay, we don't need to look for him. We'll send someone to get his truck. And I was like, no, that it just did not sound right. Then they said the police went out there with the dog. The police are lying son of a bitches. Because if they would have gone out there with the dog, they would have found a man barely in the, 10 yards from his truck, laying down in shrubs and stuff. He could have sat there, had a stroke, anything, and been laying there for a week before he died, and not been able to say anything, but could hear trucks backing in and taking off and all that stuff. If it would have been I think it was like 3 months later they found his remains, and by then it was too late to tell how long he had been dead. It was too late to tell what he died of. If that would have been me falling over 10 yards from my truck, Brian would have found me. It's bad publicity. And it's not just a company like Prime. It is, Swift would have done the same thing, but DLC, the new company I'm going to, they're small, they're family oriented. They're going to look for their drivers. They're going to find us. That's the difference between being with a mega carrier like Stevens, Swift, Knight, all these. It's all about the money. They didn't give a shit about the driver, but it's bad ops to have a white woman that looks like me. Not that I'm saying I'm beautiful or anything, just that looks like me. To fall over, because then, something must have happened to her. She wouldn't leave her truck. She's a grandmother. She's, all this stuff. No. But that other guy, yeah, they could see him abandoning his family, jumping in a car and taking off, leaving his wallet, money, phones, everything in his truck. So to me, that was bullshit. Okay, hey, Smile Pack just watched your video. So anyway, now these are just my opinions. And it isn't a trash against Prime, because Prime has done very good by me. I am going to miss Prime. It's very scary for me to leave because I'm not a job hopper. I like security. I like adventure. Be careful out there with all the gang crap, especially in C. I don't know where C. Inc. I don't know where that is. Can you carry? No, you cannot carry weapons on the truck. Now, you can carry bear spray in case of bears, but you cannot carry mace. You can carry a utility knife for cutting little things off the back of your truck, but you cannot carry a blade. So, you can't carry a stun gun either, which I'd love to carry a stun gun. Well, hell, fuck a stun gun. I have lots of guns. I'd love to carry one of my guns, but you can't. My little P-38, what could that hurt, right? And she's so pretty. Good evening. Glad, what was that, honey? Good evening. I'm glad to get to see you. Oh, you're so sweet. You popped up in my deal after watching you are watching your hands are soft. What? Bye. Some people are so fucking rude. But anyway, yeah, I can't deal with the bigotry and stuff. Hi, beautiful. How's your day? My day's going good. I managed, since I was here, getting my Qualcomm done, and my load doesn't pick up until tomorrow morning at 8, 80 miles from here. So I'm going to be, I went to Walmart. I went and got my nails done, y'all. Don't they look good? I love that. Went and got my nails done, and it was pretty cool. So it's been a good day. I ate in the Millennial, met a few people. Yeah, he was weird. There's, people come into my area and they come over from some other channels and they feel they can be nasty and say nasty things. And that dog don't hunt. I will block your ass. I will hide you from the channel. You'll think people can still see you. And you're busy putting the comments on, and I appreciate that because that does help me, but no one can see what the rude shit you're typing. So anyway, guys, hey, if you guys have not subscribed to my channel yet, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, give me, and also hit the little bell for a notification. And please, if y'all are in here right now, there's 16 of you, everyone hit that like button for me. It really helps the channel. You're a super trucker. Well, I'm not really a super trucker, but thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you, Matthew. I haven't been blocked yet. Must be. You have not been blocked yet. And Slime Pack's in the house, y'all. Woo! Say hi to Slime Pack. Girl, oh, child, I saw that video you did. You did a collab with that one girl, a real beautiful black girl. She's almost a motivational speaker. She's a trucker. Oh my God, she rocks. I loved watching her. Oh, I mean, she really rocked it. I really liked her. Girl, you should do some more collabs with her. She's inspirational. That is a hell of a lady, and she's a great speaker. And what a beautiful soul. What great presence she had. And we were just talking about you, girl. I was telling them that you were not a recruiting channel. You were here to tell us about your life as a trucker, your experiences. And that people can believe what you say because you're not trying to make money off them in that way. You're not out there trying to recruit them. I said there's recruiting channels out there and there's non-recruiting channels. So anyway, girl, love your channel, love watching it. Glad you got your Pete finally back on the road. My goodness, 50 days down. You beat my record for damn sure. I think the most I've been down with the truck breakdown. Well, I did. I got a loaner truck, though. I was down like 4 months. And then I ended up getting a loaner truck. I just went through YouTube. Yeah, girl. Your channel's awesome. I love watching you. You really do have a nice channel. Let me see. Frank, she's just put a video out, and yes, she is with, the new girl, the girl that she did the collab with, Western Express. Yeah, she's awesome. I really like her. I'm going to be subscribing to her channel. Oh, not a problem, sweetheart. You're really awesome. I would love to have you for my daughter. My daughter, if she ever watches these videos, she'll be, Mom, you're a bitch. But my daughter has no ambition. Hit that. Yeah, that's right. Hit that like button, people. Frank, yes. But, yeah, I got a few people on here when I talk about channels I like and that they like. The number one person I hear is Slime Pack in the trucking world. And the other person I heard, and I haven't heard in a while, is Happiness by the Mile. But I don't think she is putting many videos out anymore. She had a huge channel too. I thought her channel was cute. She had over 100,000 subscribers. And another channel that hasn't put videos out in a while, but his channel was a recruiting channel, was Junior Honduras. But he put out some good videos on how to. Love following. Oh, Matthew, that's so sweet. Thank you, darling. I appreciate it. I wish some of you were here in Salt Lake City. I'd say come knock on the truck. Come on in and you guys can sit here with me while we do YouTube. So where are you at right now, Slime Pack? What state are you coming at us from? And are you on the truck right now or on a load? My load I'm picking up tomorrow is going to Washington. And it's paying like $2.60 a mile, something like that. Not the best load, but not the worst. Jasper, Tennessee. Oh my goodness. So what's the weather like there? That's another thing, y'all. Y'all need to start preparing for winter. It is coming on. I actually had to buy a coat because I didn't. Headed to Georgia. Okay. I wish I would have got a load headed to Georgia. I love going to Georgia. But it is starting to get cold. It was in the 40s the other day. And I was like, Lord, winter is coming. And no, thank you. Y'all can keep it. Oh, another channel y'all need to check out. And he's not with Prime, so if y'all are Primeites and you're all about Prime, you might not know him anymore, but he was big with Prime. Ross Johnson. That man is an inspiration. Him and Trucking Along with Kirsty are the main reasons that I came to Prime. And Billy Blake. I was watching them, and they're the reasons I chose Prime. Let me see. You must have just left Kentucky. Well, she might have. But anyway, guys, I am going to get me some sleep. I wanted to come on here real quick and say howdy. I'm usually on an hour, and unless there's less than 10 people, I usually don't put I am just too tired. Slime Pack, you should do an impromptu live. Go check it out. See if she does it. Does a quick live for y'all. But I'm just beat, and I know I got to get up real early to go grab this load. I really do appreciate y'all. Yep, pick up and load in. Right. Okay, babies. Lots of love. Go check out Slime Pack. Hopefully she's going to do an impromptu live for you guys. I'm going to go get some sleep. And I appreciate you guys. I will see you next Wednesday. We do have another video coming out here in a couple days. I don't know if I'm going to do that Vlogtober. I'm tempted to. We'll see. Okay, lots of love. And go watch Slime Pack. Go watch Freight Skater. That Nomadic couple. You guys will love them. They're funny as hell. Tim Travels. Oh, let me see. Who else can I think of that I like? Well, those are some good entertaining ones. And that girl, go see that video collab Slime Pack put out a couple days ago with this girl. She's really good too, and I'm going to go rewatch the video to get her channel because I really want to subscribe to it. I think she's inspirational and she's really awesome. Lots of love, guys. Until next time, Mother Trucker out.